Welcome back, Cult Lords fans.
Welcome back.
Here to do another movie review. And this is one that most of America was probably not waiting for, but it just came out on Netflix.
Ooh.
It's called
Amazon, wasn't it?
Was it Amazon? Maybe it was Amazon. Yeah. I think you're right. It was for sale on Amazon. Prime. Free if you had Prime.
Yes.
And it is Shotgun Wedding.
Shotgun to the wedding heart.
Shotgun Blues.
And this is JR, by the way.
Oh, did I not say this is Dane? We're the Cult Lords. You probably know that by now. Maybe you're brand new. Who knows?
And if you are brand new, we want you to subscribe,
Yeah.
like, and give us all your comments, even if it's negative. Trolls are welcome. Just make sure they're more towards him.
Yeah.
But we are here to see what movie? Shotgun Wedding?
Yeah, we are here to do
Amazon Prime. Got
Amazon Prime, little J-Lo.
Little romance.
Yeah.
Josh Duhamel.
Before we start this, we always like to pour ourselves a little drink. What are we drinking, Dane?
We are drinking Crown Royale Peach.
Peach.
Nice little baggie there.
Yeah.
Good flavor. It's
Little
nice,
little fruity bourbon for a fruity movie.
whiskey.
Yeah.
But, it's nice. It's probably more of a mixer, It's a little too sweet, I think, for me. But
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
I don't know.
You need something for a fruity movie.
Now, if you have not seen Shotgun Wedding, you haven't missed much. But if you don't want spoilers, we're about to go into spoiler territory, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler. Red alert. Spoilers. All right? And we're going to talk about this movie,
To its entirety.
Yes. And so if you don't want to know,
All the juicy details.
all the juicy details of how a couple were in love, then they were out of love, and then they got back in love, standard formula kind of thing in a rom-com.
Right.
If you don't want to know that formula, then, maybe you shouldn't even watch this review. All right.
Mix in with violence.
All right. All right. So, Dane,
Yes.
we always like to start off showing our Cult Lords ratings so the viewers know up front what we think of this movie, and then we'll tell you how we got there. But before we do,
Yes.
I always like to do the Rotten Tomato scores.
Although you probably have tipped your hat a little bit there, or shown your
Do you
cards.
think? Have I not shown a good poker face in this opening so far? Okay.
No.
All right.
So yes, the Rotten Tomatoes.
The Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I want you to guess, Dane. I always like this. This is fun.
Because we do our utmost. I try to completely miss it. So yes, you want me to guess what
Guess
they are?
what the critics gave Shotgun Wedding.
Oh.
Critics, they love J-Lo.
Yeah. The critics. I'm going to go with a 8.1.
An 81%.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do you think the fans thought of this, the audience?
I'm going to go with a 77%.
77%. So an 81 and a 77.
Yes.
Not too far.
I have a feeling they're close for some
4%.
reason.
Okay. So the critics, Dane,
Yes.
gave this a 44%.
Oh my God.
While the audience, on the other hand, gave it a 52%.
Wow. I'm surprised.
They pretty much knew this sucked when they watched this. But what's more important to know than the Rotten Tomato scores? It's to know the Cult Lords ratings.
Hold on, I need to redo mine.
No. You got yours right there, buddy. All right, so let's get ready to show our scores. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Holy crap.
Every bride's dream and shotgun to the head.
Oh my God.
But I said this ironically, actually. But yes, no bride wants to go through that.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to get that looked into.
Okay.
Yeah, I went high on this baby because I actually
Why?
was very entertained. I thought it was a cool concept. I mean, in the sense that they kind of played on the shotgun wedding. I mean, I think what people really fell down on, it kind of got annoying after a while because it was a bit of a repetitiveness. With they're fighting, they're doing different things.
Yeah.
I mean, this obviously was a vehicle for J-Lo.
Yes.
I mean, because God, that she couldn't have looked better in any movie I've seen.
Yeah. She probably looked her best in this movie than she's ever looked in any movie.
The woman doesn't age.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got to be like in her late 50s.
In fact, Jennifer Coolidge, the actress, comes in and goes, "I gotta know, is that genetics or is that working out and surgery, right?" Because
I mean, in that one scene where she's running down the beach in the tight, like ripped up wedding with the army boots, it's like, that was written for the entire scene. Was that
this whole J-Lo vehicle was we've got to show J-Lo.
Yes,
and they made her even flirtier, like she's wanting to have some romance while he's making pineapple. Whatever. And she's on the bed.
I know,
and she's like, check out my butt. And you're like, oh my gosh.
I'm like, what guy could resist that?
Oh, honey, that looks great. But let me make these pineapple
for the
ornaments, table pieces.
Did you notice Josh Duhamel never takes his shirt off the entire movie? Like they were deliberately... because they made it such an obvious, for lack of a better, homage to J-Lo and how fit she was. It was like, what? Josh Duhamel never takes his shirt off the entire movie.
So you watched saying, okay, Josh, when are you going to take your shirt off?
Because it was so ridiculous how they were doing it with her.
Okay.
Because you notice, bits and pieces would get ripped off over time. And then that, the scene you were just talking about, I was like, Josh, you just, what up with this? Throw a bone to the ladies.
I can't even believe my score's too high for this movie. I gave it a 5.2.
I thought it was entertaining, though. You didn't see the con in the con, did you? The Lenny Kravitz?
Shit. That's right.
See, I told you!
No.
No, I mean, you did...
But by that time, I was like,
good,
let's get this over with.
Yeah, they did take but the other big complaint was that the tone of the movie changed a lot. They couldn't figure out, is this supposed to be like a rom-com funny thing, or are they going to be blowing people up and killing them?
And then they're just going on with a rom-com, you know what I mean?
Right.
So...
I thought it was entertaining.
Okay, so Dane,
we had watched
build up
Ticket
some more
to Paradise, and it was like, this one was kind of sleepy.
I like Ticket to Paradise a whole lot better than this. So, but keep telling us, Dane.
They had Jennifer Coolidge in it, Lenny Kravitz. They had what's his name from Cheech Marin. I mean, and then they did a twist where you find out Lenny is actually
the bad guy,
orchestrated all of this, but he's not really the bad guy. Then there's the wife, to Cheech Marin, who really, really is the mastermind.
Who's dating Lenny Kravitz, and they're working together,
right?
But
secretly she's been that's secretly, but then she was the wife of Cheech Marin.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I just found it entertaining. I thought it was kind of like a little bit of a refreshing take on a rom-com, and just because you never kind of seen this before.
It was definitely a take. It was definitely a take on a rom-com.
I don't know.
So, you know me, Dane. I always say it's rare that I like rom-coms.
Yes.
So, if I'm scoring a rom-com, you might as just take minus 1 point to begin with.
Off,
because it's never going to be in the 9s, ever. And so it's going to be in the 8s if it's really, really good. Mm-hmm. So, I should have gone lower on this because I was just even when they were trying to get laughs, I was just sitting there like the Grinch, this is not funny. This is not funny. So, just didn't enjoy this movie. I just didn't see any funniness in it. And, and then it was so unrealistic, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know, just, I can't even really point a finger on why it was so bad.
It seems like everything was bad.
It just was stupid. That's just a stupid movie.
Well, it was definitely set up to be a light-hearted romance in the sense
But it wasn't.
That,
It wasn't lighthearted.
Well, what do you mean? There was a lot of
there was
funniness,
killing, and you know what I mean. And then
they tried to make it more like not kids. The bad guys were getting. I mean, I agree with you. The bad guys should have been bad guys. They seemed like they were all of a sudden friendly after a while.
But
okay,
here you have you've seen people die. Death is very possible here, and they're still arguing about certain things and why they're like breaking up suddenly in the thing. You know what I mean? Now they're gonna get back together at the end. Like, if that is going on right now, like your relationship is on hold. You're not discussing the wedding and, oh my gosh, that's so cute that you did that. You know, you're like, let's discuss this when we are out of harm's way. But, you know, I understand. Sometimes in movies, you got to suspend your beliefs and be obvious, and then, you know, and just go with it. Right?
I thought it was kind of hearkening back to like the, you know, like Cary Grant 1960s, 50s kind of romance movies where there were like elements of, you know, seriousness going on, like To Catch a Thief, you know, where there was that kind of stuff. But then there's like, you know, like romance and jokiness between the two of them. I mean, to the point. I mean, I think they couldn't figure out exactly where to like cut things off. Like we got to go way overboard with blowing people up, or we got to go way overboard with them arguing about things.
Right.
And so, I don't know.
So they made their way around the island, and you know, I remember, what was it? The older couple took them in there was like a trap door in the kitchen, right?
The managers of the place,
took them in, and that's where they, you know, like he got shot, didn't he? Or no, the blender. Or not the blender, but the meat slicer.
Well, they had to get the things off.
Yeah.
And that was
so stupid.
The ironic thing, that was an arc for her because she couldn't stand blood in the beginning. And then by that time, she then was able, by the end of the movie, to like, oh, I can do this now.
Weren't their binds made out of plastic?
It was like, but it was really heavy zip ties. And I mean heavy. Like, you could see they were...
I promise you I could get out of those without using a meat slicer.
But they had multiple on, too. It wasn't like one on each.
Yeah.
So...
You're in a kitchen. You got all kinds of things to get out of that.
Yeah.
And you go with a meat
slicer. Well, they couldn't get like a knife in there. They had to go with something that they at least both could do because they were tied together, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like one of them could angle a knife in and like get it out. It was like they were...
I think I could have. I don't know. That's just me being cynical right now. So you liked it?
Yeah. I thought it was entertaining. I thought, you know...
Would you recommend it to your parents?
Yeah. Actually, this is a movie I would recommend to parents because I thought it was pretty lighthearted. Your parents saw it. What'd they say? Panned it?
They didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised because... Yeah. Well, because I think the problem with this movie is that it was like it tried to be too many things. You know, it was like if people came into this thinking, oh, it was a rom-com, it didn't go far enough. And if people thought it's a shotgun, like, killing wedding thing, it didn't go far enough that way. So it was kind of like, it was trying to skirt all these edges, and they couldn't figure out exactly what tone did they want to have in the end.
Well, for once, I look at the Rotten Tomato scores, and I'm like, that's right.
That's right.
And I don't feel so alone in this world. Because a lot of people didn't like this movie, so. But you know, I'd love to hear what your parents think about this one. Your mom. See what she says.
I'll see if they'll watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they must have Amazon.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. I think they'd be entertained by it. By the way,
maybe your dad will say.
I think you're less sophisticated movie watcher.
Yeah. Maybe
who was just coming in and was like, oh, I don't know what to expect with this.
Yeah. Maybe your dad will say, oh, that J-Lo, son. She's quite the looker.
You wouldn't even know who that is. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad, but you wouldn't know who Jennifer Lopez is.
Quite the looker. Quite the looker. All right. Well, gosh, that was a quick review.
I was gonna say I don't think there's much to go over.
There's not too much I want to say about this movie.
There was a couple of things where I laughed out loud. I mean, more
gosh, I can't think of when I laughed out loud.
You know, like when Jennifer Coolidge's husband revealed he was like having like a threesome.
Up to your perfect marriage.
Who told you we had a perfect marriage?
Oh, come on, Mom. You guys fought like once, and it was about who loved the dog more. I mean, what is not perfect about your marriage?
Well, I made love to your Aunt Marie.
Yeah, I liked what one of the guys, they like burned him really bad. So he's like he's still got his mask on, but he's all scarred up and stuff. And he's like wants to kill him, and the guy's like, no, we can't do that until we get the money. I was like,
well, that's true. You got to get the money first. I mean, that really was being held over all of their heads. And Lenny was right there, and he knows that they're doing it, so they were probably like, you know, wondering if he says yes, do it.
Right.
But
Yep. All right. Well, Coat Lords viewers, we want you to be Coat Lords fans. Hope I didn't turn off any of the ladies tonight who love this rom-com with my panning of this movie. Total panning. This might be one of the most...
This is your worst movie review.
Probably the worst movie review.
You've never seen any... You've never seen a movie worse than this one, is what you basically...
Well,
in our reviews.
In our reviews. I was going to say, I've definitely seen worse movies. But, no, in our reviews...
Gotta drink some more of this.
You know, the only way...
Oh, my.
You know, the only way I might have liked this movie...
Yeah.
...is if I was kind of trapped on an airplane for 12 hours... and I had to watch a few movies, you know what I mean, to make time go. Because I've noticed when I watch movies on a plane and I'm kind of a hostage to being on a plane for a while, I tend to like bad movies better. Because there's nothing else to do. You know
there's nothing else to do.
So,
I mean, that's always going to be... You were when did you watch this? Before the Super Bowl, right? So you were probably thinking football the whole time.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So, Coat Lords viewers, like I said, we want you to be Coat Lords fans. You do that by going down, hitting the subscribe button. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Just to let you know, that's a big milestone for every YouTuber.
We're so close.
Got to get to 1,000, so we need your help. And then we want you to hit the like button so we can move up into the algorithms, and that way more, viewers can find us who've never seen us before. That's all dependent on the likes. And then in the comments, we want to know your feelings on this movie. Did I get it right, or did Dane get it right? And, this is all subjective, so if you liked it, that's fine. I just know that you and I probably wouldn't be that compatible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Your zodiac signs don't line up?
Yes. So tell us what you think if you would recommend this movie. And tell us why one of us is wrong. And then, Dane?
Yes?
Why don't you shotgun us out of here?
What with the... Peace out!